Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Chicago Bears taking on Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season, and these two squads are going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April, or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice, because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense.
Entering settings screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. Entering settings screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
On any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Jordan Davis coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
They go with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Eagles. There he goes, right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on third down. To the air, Williams. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And he's able to get it out of there. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Running left, it's Barkley. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Barkley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
But if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, they go with Shipley. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
They'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On 1st down, Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive. but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a 2nd and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Up the middle with Barkley. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. Barkley again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run with Barkley, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles are on the board here first in the season opener. An early decision point here, Charles. Maybe one we'll look back on later. They go on 4th and goal, and they punch it in for the touchdown.
We always talk about how football is a game of confidence, and that's how you get it right there. Leave your offense out there and tell them, I believe in you. And they pay it off with 6 points.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return, it's Tristan Ebner from his end zone. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. To throw, Williams. That complete. Hits Tyler Scott with it. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. On 1st down, here's Williams. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Williams to the air on 2nd down. And he will find Scott on the right side, complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And now at this point in the 1st half, you got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Looking to throw is Williams. And there's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Williams. Quick slant, caught by Moore. Touchdown, Chicago! DJ Moore, 30 yards. And the Bears are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness. And
I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd down. Here's Barkley again. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. So from the 37, here's a 2nd down and 9. They'll go to Barkley again. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Hurts. And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Williams throw complete there to Moore. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Swift going to try up the middle. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. He may go. Touchdown, Chicago. Caleb Williams, 69 yards, and the Bears have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted, and now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Now the point after try for Santos. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. The last series for him, a little disappointing. Forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Gervon Dexter gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Hurts escaping the pressure right. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Hurts sets up to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. There'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Eagles.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills,
yep.
And, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And the ground game's been good, but they're... Losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he has the first down as he's able to reach the ball forward and get past the line to gain. 73 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Barkley diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin begin the drive at the 30. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
I think he's still shaking his head a little. It was his fumble on the previous drive that led to the touchdown that has us tied.
And sometimes it's worse on a runner who drops it like that to watch the other team take the ball downfield and score than maybe if they just returned it right away. You know what I mean? Because sometimes what happens that fast, you're right back out on the field. Instead, he had to watch it happen. Let's see if it affects him going forward the rest of the game.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. To throw, it's Williams. And again, back to Kmet. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11, first down.
Oh, that's a nice job of clearing space in the middle of the field for your tight end. He's going to start behind the line and run an angle route, hoping to kind of get lost in the middle of the field. And this is put right on him, and he's able to pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Williams. And his throw here's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's 3rd and 3. On the option to give to Swift here. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Calling a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Throwing is Williams. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. Open man. He finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have broken the tie. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley.
They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Hurts to throw. That escapes the sack. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Williams. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Scott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Now a give right side Swift. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Williams. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To the left side, into the hands of Odunze. Touchdown, Bears! Rome Odunze. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Santos now to add the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. A big play there for Philly. 44 yards.
And this is how you answer a touchdown the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
A handoff, Barkley running left. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. A handoff to Barkley. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
A run on first down with Shipley.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
On the give, this is Nichols.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles have cut it back within a score.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards.
This taken in at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing on second down is Williams.
Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. Williams loses the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And this is one of the dangers of letting your quarterback run the football. Now, look, he goes through ball security drills just like a running back does. But most of the time, the quarterback swings the ball away from his body. And in traffic, sometimes they forget to protect it.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now Saquon Barkley, and fighting down inside the 25. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
And with that run, he's already at 100 yards here before halftime. So if he sees the same kind of action in the second half, he could be on his way to a career game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Flushed out right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. From the gun, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. That one goes for 24 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Back to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Looking to throw on second down. Williams. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he's got some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on 1st and 10, Williams. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Williams. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender. Made him
what do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. The Bears got a solid first half out of their quarterback, the #1 overall pick back in 2024, Caleb Williams. He was downright amazing with 3 touchdown passes and another one scored on the ground for good measure.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter. Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. Now, the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Hurts going to give this to Shipley.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Here's a throw off the scramble, and that's complete out left. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They'll look to throw again, eluding the pressure right.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Williams. He'll get this into the hands of Odunze. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. On the option to give to Swift here. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. On play action, here's Williams. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he's been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
Play action. Now Williams. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
To the air, Williams. A pass complete to Odunze. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw, Williams. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, Does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Shipley. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, they'll go with Shipley.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. Now Hurts changing up the play. On the handoff, it's Shipley. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw. Got him in. It's Brown.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 35.
11 yards for number 11.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll give it to Shipley. Big Andrew Billings there on the stop.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And now an audible here into something else. Second down, here's Hurts.
Over the middle, complete. It's Bailey.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line.
off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
To throw again on second down. Hurts over the middle here to Brown. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
A tight end carry. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Elliott on for the extra point.
And that one gives them a 3-point lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Williams finding more on the out route for the completion.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll try and throw with Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here's Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Now they can't bring him down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27.
He's going to try and take off with it.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Caleb Williams,
27 yards.
and the Bears have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the second time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback, the ability to run the ball fearlessly. And, in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Santos with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Oh, what a catch by Smith.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Here's a give left side for Shipley.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Once again, it's Shipley.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Here comes Shipley.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8. Hurts sets up to throw it.
They'll roll him out right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
On the run is Shipley.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. Hurts.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that, nearly picked off. It would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To the right side goes Shipley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
They'll run. Here's Shipley. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here's 2nd and 7. Now Shipley again. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Flushed out right. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble, but all is well. 1st down.
I don't know about you, but can you just almost feel the relief that's gone through this stadium? He picked up that 1st down. Without it, this game is over.
And when he took off, it was almost like, oh, no, this might be it, but found a way to pick up the 1st. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Shipley will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Chicago offense set to get started. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. On 3rd down, Terrell. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. Now here's a throw that's complete. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll try to run the option here.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. Here it's 3rd and 2.
From the gun, here's Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Tyler Scott, 54 yards. And the Bears answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 27.
They'll start on the ground with Shipley. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Throwing is Hurts.
This short throw caught by Goddard. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. On 3rd down, they go with Shipley.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And they're going to speed things up here.
Now they'll change things up. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side.
And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll drop to throw.
Oh, he brings it in off the deflection.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A run on 1st down with Shipley. And he's got it down to the 28. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10.
On the give, this is Nichols.
Fights him off. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To throw on 2nd and 6.
Hurts into the hands of Nichols.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
On the carry, it's Nichols.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's Shipley. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and goal from the 1. A carry here for the big tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Grant Calcaterra, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles have taken a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that gives them a 3-point lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Looking to throw is Williams. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On 1st down, here's Williams. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown! Cole Kmet. His 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears are once again back in front. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Santos with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was all capped off by Cole Kmet with a touchdown catch. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This taken in right around the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
They've been brilliant, perfect on 4th down so far, 3 for 3, and they're going to try again here. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree, all right? But he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Swift. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
They'll try and run here with Swift. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Santos' kick is up and through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles now down by 7, 1:11 to go. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the road a little tougher here. Now 1st and 20.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He finds his man, complete. It's Bailey. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10.
And that'll be incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
He'll look to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Here's 1st down.
Back to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
He's back to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26.
This ball intercepted.
Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Bears are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Bears, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home, as we say.